Hello and welcome to this third block. In it, we will talk about the management of urban energy systems. We'll talk about the challenges these systems face and how to address these challenges in the context of sustainability. Sustainability is particularly relevant here because all the energy problems of cities pertain to sustainability. This block is structured into 5 sessions. In the first session, we will broadly talk about the relationship between energy and cities. From there, we will focus in particular on electricity. First, we will understand the electricity system in the second session, and in the third session, we will then see how to manage these electricity systems. The fourth session addresses challenges and opportunities, especially in the context of the information and communication technologies that bring about these challenges, but also bring a lot of new opportunities for urban energy and electricity in particular. Finally, we will hear from an urban energy expert who practices urban energy management every day. Now, energy and cities. I mean, it is crucial to understand that energy is the lifeblood of a city. Without energy, the cities don't work. Energy is crucial for transport, for buildings, for water, for wastewater, for telecommunications, for lighting, for housing, for plenty of things without which the city simply will not function. The first thing that is important here is the consumption of primary energy. The cities consume 70% of the world's primary energy, and this proportion is still growing. So this means that it is, the cities currently about a little bit more than 50% of the population live in cities, but it consumes 70% of the world's primary energy. So this is, proportionately much higher. And when you look where this energy is consumed, you will actually see that most of this primary energy is consumed in transport, 30%, and in housing, buildings, 45%, and the 25% make up for the rest. So this is a very, if you want to have an impact on sustainability and reduce energy consumption, the first 2 things to do as a manager of urban infrastructures is go attend to the consumption of energy in transport and in housing. Now, if we look at it, how that works exactly in terms of infrastructures. So most of the energy is consumed in transport and in housing, in heating, in lighting, in appliances, and things like that. Where does this energy come from? Most of it is primary energy, fossil fuel energy, coal, gas, and oil that is directly transported into the city, either to fuel the buildings or to fuel the buses, the cars, and all the other transport modes. So there is no real infrastructure involved in that, except maybe for the roads on which this energy is transported. A proportion of this primary energy, namely gas, is delivered into the city from outside the city by way of gas pipelines and then distributed in the city by way of gas distribution pipelines. Now, in the rest of this block, we will talk about electricity. We'll not talk about energy in general. But electricity, as you all know, is produced by primary energy. So most of the electricity today in the world is still produced from fossil fuel sources, coal, oil, or gas. This is then converted into electricity. Electricity is not a primary energy source. It is a vehicle. And there is other primary energy sources like nuclear or wind or hydro or solar, they also are transformed into energy, electricity. Most of that transformation is happening outside of the city and then transported into the city by way of an electricity grid, and from there distributed inside the city. And this is what we are going to look at from now on. In conclusion, what I have shown is the importance of energy in cities. We are looking now at the electricity dimension of energy. And first, what I will do is to basically talk about how the electricity system inside a city works.